Hey everybody, welcome back to Ask Lex Rx. I'm Dr. Lexi, the functional medicine pharmacist at Divine Health and Wellness, which is the wellness clinic inside of River City Pharmacy, and we are located in Decatur, Alabama. So today, with the holiday, I wanted to go over the four key stressors that occur on the body, and then how to go about basically mitigating those. So today I'm going to go over what all four are, but I'm only going to really dive into the first one. So let's get started. The four key stressors on the body are blood sugar imbalance, mental emotional stress. So this is what you feel and think of when you think of stress, sleep cycle disturbance, and inflammatory imbalance. So the body actually perceives all four of those things as stress, whether or not you actually feel stressed. So the body might think that you're stressed out, and so maybe your cortisol levels are off and it's throwing off your hormones and you're feeling all weird and gross, but you don't actually feel stressed. It may be something else instead of just the mental emotional aspect of it. So today I wanted to talk about the blood sugar imbalance. And I'll talk about the rest of the others throughout the rest of the month. So let's dive right in. You may have an issue with blood sugar imbalance if you experience symptoms of hypoglycemia, such as dizziness, shaking, or brain fog between or following meals, frequently miss or delay meals, if you frequently crave sugar or carbohydrates, if you consume excessive sugar or refined carbs, so this does include anything processed, anything white, really, and as well as soft drinks, sodas, pop, cola, whatever you want to call it, Coke. Um, blah, 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 blah. My brain is not happening today. So sorry. English is hard today for me, but you may also have an issue with blood sugar imbalance if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic. If you regularly consume alcohol or caffeine, especially with sugary things added in, that's that white stuff I mentioned earlier, or you consume food within about 2 hours before bedtime, that can also throw off this whole metabolism stuff. And if you want more information on how the metabolism actually affects the rest of your body, look back to my previous videos from last month. Yes, I went into pretty deep dive on that. So I wanted to go over kind of my top 2 easy ways to correct this. One is to pair your macronutrients together. So what are macronutrients? Macronutrients are your proteins, fats, and carbs. So you want to make sure you have at least one of each with every meal, every snack, everything. So every time that you put food or drink in your mouth, you want to have all three. So examples, of course, we know all meat, protein, everything, but nuts also have protein and fat in the same food item. Dairy and non-dairy products are usually proteins and carbs. Oils and butters and that kind of thing are, of course, fats. But then everything else, so whether it's a grain, it's a starchy vegetable, or a regular vegetable, all of that falls into the carb category. Of course, the carbs, depending on the food, will affect your blood sugar differently, but if you pair or work on pairing the carbs with proteins and fats, then that is a great way to balance. Oh, and I forgot fruits. Of course, fruits are carbs. So then my second easy way to correct this blood sugar imbalance is to quit eating within 2 hours before bedtime. I cannot stress this enough. It throws off all sorts of things that I don't have time to get into today because that could be like 5 other videos. But it's big. It causes inflammation. It causes your blood sugar to spike to where you become hypoglycemic while you're sleeping. That is a major, major stressor on your body. So if you can cut it down even by, 10, 15 minutes every couple of days to where you get to that 2 hours before bedtime where you're not consuming anything, that would be huge. And when I say not consuming anything, if you want to have water, that's fine. If you want to have herbal teas, that's fine, but nothing of caloric value. Okay, I hope that's really helpful and can help you move into not having as much stress on your body. I will talk about the mental emotional aspect next week. And you guys have a wonderful week and weekend, and I will see you guys next time.